Once upon a midnight jury, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I was nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Filled with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That is it, and nothing more." "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I was scarce sure I heard you. Here, I opened wide the door. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there fearing, wondering, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before, merely this and nothing more. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window latest. Let me see, then, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more." In there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mine of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. "Thou thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven. Ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore, tell me what thy lordly name is of the night Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. No living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, and my hopes have flown before." Then the raven said, "Nevermore." Nothing further than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking, fancy unto fancy, thinking with that what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking "Nevermore." This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining. She shall press, nevermore. Then I thought the air grew denser. "Wretch," I cried, "thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, and forget this lost Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet, if bird or devil, whether temperate sent, or whether tempest tossed thee ashore, desolate yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on his home on horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there, balm in Gilead, tell me, I implore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends us above, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if it shall clasp a sainted maiden, who the angels named Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore." And quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Be that word or sign in parting, bird or fiend," I shrieked upstarting, "get thee back into the tempest, leave no black plume as a token of that lie hath spoken. Leave me my loneliness unbroken, take thy beak from out my heart." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." And the raven, never fitting, still sitting above, just above my chamber door, and his eyes all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming throws his shadows on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
are we done now? We're done. We're done. Yay! All right, thank